So they've done it again. Yet another company has gone down the route of we'll save loads of money using AI and no one will care, and it hasn't gone particularly well. Yet again. In this video, I'll be taking you through the recent disaster that is McDonald's Netherlands' new AI advert that some have called the most god-awful advert they have seen all year. And I'll be discussing whether this is the start of a new trend or whether companies will start to avoid using AI from now on. So not so long after Coca-Cola's new AI advert, where they rehash their holidays are coming with big Coca-Cola trucks, McDonald's has now proudly stepped forward into the complete AI advert zone with this.
It's the most terrible time.
Now I want to be fair and say it's very impressive what AI can do. It mimics film very well, and there's no doubt this would have cost a lot if you wanted to create this advert in real life. And it's mainly because of all the snow that would cost absolutely massives to reproduce or shoot on location. If you take a still shot at any point in the advert, it looks great, but the movement is always the giveaway. And it doesn't take long before you get that uncanny feeling, in my opinion. The message as well is kind of a curious one. There's all these nice things about Christmas that they're turning into this horrible Christmas, like carol singing, which brings up nostalgia. Buying the Christmas tree and bringing it home, yes, it can cause lots of stress and it can be a really stressful time for people. But I would have thought it would have been a better direction to have gone with the nostalgia and the warmth of the Christmas moment rather than all the bad things.
And hide out in McDonald's till January's here.
So this is McDonald's Netherlands, who employed the Dutch company TBWA, Neboko, and US production company The Sweet Shop. I keep wanting to say sweatshop, but it's The Sweet Shop. And the advert was released about a week ago, and almost immediately comments were turned off, and now the whole advert has been completely taken down. The backlash was so great. We had the usual comments of AI slop right through to this is grotesque. There were some positive comments, one person saying, it's beautiful, and if you saw it on TV with other adverts, then you wouldn't know it was AI. And whilst that might be true, the goal of these adverts is, remember, to create a joy and heartwarming feeling about Christmas, or whatever season it happens to be. And it's to try and make people associate those warm feelings with the company, in this case McDonald's. And maybe to some it does just that, but again the overwhelming response was the opposite and quite angry about it. And now the advert's been taken down, it's a definite sign that this has failed to create those warm, fuzzy feelings. And this raises an interesting question. Why are companies still insisting on going down this full AI advert route after the backlash to the last two Christmas Coca-Cola adverts? And although this Christmas Coca-Cola advert wasn't quite as bad as the first in terms of the backlash, it was still there. Currently, the public sentiment towards these AI adverts is not positive. The audience really doesn't seem to be resonating with this type of advert, not just because of the very vocal backlash from the anti-AI campaigners that are still very angry that AI is taking their jobs and stealing people's work, but I think the adverts still look a bit odd. There's still this uncanny valley feeling, especially when people are in shot and when things just don't move how they should. So there's more of a backlash, not just from the anti-AI campaigner, but from the general public themselves who are not quite comfortable with how these things look. I think what's happening is that the advertising executives in these companies have misjudged a couple of things. They have had to make the decision to go with a certain production company way in advance, and there's a gamble there. On the one hand, it could save them a lot of money, and they can be hailed as the great pioneers with the new technology. And they save a lot of money. And they hear that buzz around AI and think this must be the future. How can it go wrong? And did I mention they save a lot of money as well? So this decision was probably made months ago. So there may have been an element of overconfidence, not only in what AI could do, but also in the fast pace at which it's developing. So they may have been slightly tricked, again, by this hype that's going around, that it's going to be indistinguishable in a few months to real footage. And they may have been told that by the time they were working on the advert, it would be so amazing and no one would know it was even AI. And these executives might have been sold on the showcases of AI tools like Sora and Runway. And when we see those showcases and what the AI has produced, it's always the best case scenario. And those shots have been handpicked to make it look really good, and they do. And they are also clips that are in isolation. But when you try to put lots of different clips together into a consistent video, that's where the problems start. It has a real problem keeping consistency, and if you have to stick to specific constraints, it's going to be the true test. But of course, the CEOs would have seen the wonderful results and they were probably told it's going to be even better in a few months when we start making the advert. And not only that, but they'll also be using really specific, advanced AI versions, so it couldn't possibly go wrong. And the Gardening Club, the company that created this advert, used their own in-house AI models, which do a lot of extra aspects and apparently have more control over the output of the AI. So as a CEO of a company being told all this wonderful stuff, and that it will save you money, then they're most likely to go for this option. I can imagine they were probably really worried when they saw the reaction to the Coca-Cola advert, and they must have had a very difficult meeting discussing whether they should have released theirs or not. But once you've spent all that money, well, they released it. So what about the production companies that made it? What do they have to say about the tech and how it went? Well, the CEO came out with a statement and it didn't go particularly well. Instead of just saying we're adopting AI and we think it will be the future, they went on a bit of a rant about how hard they worked and how it was just as difficult as traditional production methods. So to put this into context, they had 7 weeks in which to make their advert. They had a team of 10 members or AI specialists, and 7 weeks is quite a quick turnaround for a production of this scale, a full 45-second advert. In a statement that originated on Instagram and LinkedIn made by Melanie Bridge, the CEO of Sweet Shop, this statement has since been removed, but she says, "For 7 weeks, we hardly slept, with up to 10 of our in-house and post specialists at the Gardening Club," which is their in-house AI engine. "They were working in lockstep with the directors. We were working right up to the edge of what this tech can do." And she continues with, "There's this idea floating around that AI will do all the work for us. Let's set the record straight. The man hours poured into this film were more than a traditional production. AI didn't make this film, we did." And I think it's that kind of comment that really grates on the traditional artists. So was the gamble worth it? Well, according to Melanie Bridges' words, the project took just as long as a traditional product. Well, if it takes just as long, why did they bother going with AI? Well, they probably did save money on the cost of the advert because they didn't have to pay actors, they didn't have to find locations, hire studios, camera crew, and like I was saying, all that snow is quite difficult to reproduce, so they might have had to go to a very snowy location or have big snow machines, and it's quite awkward. Maybe if they had decided to use 3D animation for some of it and actors for other parts, with a team of 10 and 7 weeks for 45 seconds, it would have been tough. I don't think they could have quite managed it in that time, but it's difficult to say. So they probably will have saved money on the production. But this gamble on AI has actually cost them an awful lot in this case. First of all, there's possible brand damage. So will the McDonald's brand be fully damaged by this? It's difficult to say, but there is certainly a wasted media spend because they've now pulled the advert, so it's a complete waste. There's also the lost opportunity of Christmas time, and that's a great time for advertising, so they've blown that. So in this particular case, the gamble, I think, didn't pay off. However, where does that leave us as artists living with the prospect of losing our job to this onslaught of AI? Well, I've thought about this as objectively as I can, and I think that if they'd utilised AI for some parts, or just things like the backgrounds, and then added maybe off-the-shelf 3D elements or a combination with actors and green screen, then maybe they could have made it work and people wouldn't really notice that sort of uncanny feeling. So those objects that move use traditional 3D animation or actors in those cases. And I think you would have a product which is reliable and easier to direct rather than trying to type in prompts and hoping for the best. If they had given artists more control, then it might have worked. So I think it's probably going to be artists working with AI. This is probably where we're going to be headed in the near future. And AI will certainly have its place. You can imagine a production company making a mistake in shooting and they can't afford to go out and reshoot, so they can adapt the shots with some AI or use AI to tidy up a process where it's slightly gone wrong. I can certainly see that in the future and that possible workflow. And it may be a case that way into the future, AI will be able to produce adverts that are indistinguishable from reality, but I think on that front, the audience also has a long way to go before they fully accept them. And you will always have to deal with the backlash from a very critical and vocal group of anti-AI campaigners that are most likely going to grow in numbers as more jobs get swallowed up by AI. And companies will have to take that kind of sentiment into account, especially as we've seen from the backlash on Twitter, Instagram and so forth with this kind of advert. The other important point to make is that you still can't copyright AI work. This is fine for advertising because they don't really need to copyright the advert, as it's not a problem for them to have the advert copied and shown on videos like I'm showing it now, as it pushes the advert to more people, although I think they want to kind of forget this particular advert. They could probably still argue that their logo is copyrighted so they can protect their work in that way, and therefore keep some ownership of the product. But if this were a film company with a fully AI created film, I think I'm right in saying that it's not protected by copyright. So we're still a long way off commercial films being made with AI for that reason, I think. Either way, I think it's important to stay creative and stay adaptable in the workplace to give yourself the best chance to take opportunities that are still available in the artistic space. Let me know what you think. I do like to read the comments, so comment below with your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.